Let's stick in Washington, but head to the Supreme Court, where justices have agreed to weigh in on a case that is tied to former President Trump. This is a long-running legal battle. Some Democratic lawmakers want to get their hands on documents that are related to the ownership of the former Trump International Hotel in Washington. Now, Trump has said he handed over day-to-day control of the hotel to his two eldest sons during his presidency. 17 congressional Democrats first tried to sue the federal government over the documents in 2017. They cited a potential conflict of interest caused by Trump leasing the building while he was president, saying that raised ethical questions. NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos joins us now to break down this case. So, I mean, Danny, this is a complicated one. The big picture issue has always been, did people stay in this hotel to curry favor with the president? But this really isn't even, we're not even there yet. This is really just some Democrats trying to get this process going. Why is it they're suing? Why has this taken so long?
You bring up such a good point. Let's say these members of Congress prevail and they get the documents. This is information from 2016. The president they were investigating is no longer even the president, although he might be the president again. So this is really very similar to what's called a FOIA request. Any one of us, not just members of Congress, can write on a piece of paper to an executive branch or an executive agency and say, we would like some documents. Now, what the agency does with that, whether they deny it or they stick it in a file cabinet and get to it in 5 years, that's another question. But there's a 1928 law that allows a minority, 7 members of the House, to make this kind of request. And what happened was the GSA, the General Services Administration, actually treated it like a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information Act request. And they turned over most of the documents that they were looking for. But this appeal really is about fleshing out the contours of this 1928 law and what can be requested. Originally, the district court, the lowest court, said these members don't have standing because they're saying they're injured, but they're saying they're injured as members of Congress. And that's not really an injury. But the appeals court said, no, that's not how it works. If this is like a Freedom of Information Act request, then these members of Congress are harmed just the way you and I are harmed when the government denies our Freedom of Information Act requests. And I actually litigate FOIA requests. I file suit on them when and if an agency refuses the documents that I'm requesting. So the Circuit Court of Appeals, I think, got it right because, yes, there is standing, because what standing could there be if you can't sue when the government doesn't give you the documents that you're requesting?
So this is no longer the Trump administration. It's now the Biden administration. What's stopping them from just handing over these documents to the Democrats?
It's such an awkward situation where the next administration has to enforce something that an administration before it that they may totally disagree with. They have a difficult policy decision to make. So for whatever reason, the Biden administration has decided they are going to try and enforce this or carry on what the Trump administration did in opposing or carrying on this litigation. So that is a political decision to make, but it is important to flesh out what are the limits of these laws, whether it be FOIA or this 1928 law that forces the government to hand over documents. I mean, maybe I'm a little biased, but I think Freedom of Information Act requests are so important, especially to journalists like you, to get information from a government that wouldn't otherwise be willing to come forward and voluntarily hand it over. Although I suspect that these members of Congress got their FOIA requests looked at a lot faster than you and I when we send them in to a government agency. I'm sure you have experience with that.
I wonder why that would be. Real quickly here, if the Democrats do get these documents, then what could happen? Could this be more legal trouble for the former president?
Maybe, but here's what we're talking about. We're talking about documents, most of which they've already gotten. Whatever the remainder is, maybe something dramatic, but at best it will tell us what that hotel, which is no longer even a Trump hotel.
It's a Waldorf Astoria now.
It's a Waldorf Astoria. And now we'll find out, I guess, what folks were doing in that hotel in 2016, whether or not maybe they were trying to curry favor with a president who's no longer even the president.
All right, Danny Cevallos helping us break down this complicated issue. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.